It was a sunny yet cold winter day in June 2023 when Peter joined a club drive, heading out towards Colo, a suburb northwest of Sydney, in his 124 Spider. As we headed towards our destination, there was an unfortunate incident where Peter ended up sandwiched between two Alphas, resulting in damage to both the rear and front of his car. Soon after, Peter posted on Facebook that he was looking for a replacement. Shortly afterwards, he was contacted by an owner in Victoria who had a 124 in a similar colour, although it needed mechanical work. Peter then drove down to Victoria, loaded the car onto a trailer, and brought it home. Seeing the two cars side by side, you notice the slight colour difference between them. Peter got to work and removed the old engine, replacing it with the one from the damaged car. Taking the opportunity to upgrade, using the donor car's electronic injection system, and replacing the twin carburetors with throttle bodies. There was also some questionable electrical modifications that needed fixing. With everything now stripped out of the car, he was left with the shell, and after a few weeks, it found a new owner, and will live on to see another day. Fast forward to December, and the 124 has now been fully reassembled, using the best parts from both cars. With the new fuel injection system in place, the car needed a base tune to make it safe to drive, and the cams will also need to be dialed in before attempting a further power tune. Arriving at SubyTech, a mechanical workshop in Rydalmere that specializes in microtech fuel injection systems, he can now get the car tuned on their dyno. With the car now in place, Fernando is strapping the car down, and Nick is checking the fuel pressure. Next, they'll top up the tank with fresh fuel, discuss what's going to be done, and fill the tyres up to 50 psi. Connecting the exhaust gas sensor, and then wirelessly connecting the laptop to the car's computer. There are a few issues that need to be fixed, like the vacuum sensors and a leak in the exhaust, but Nick can bypass those sensors for now, as it won't affect tuning the car. Nick commented that it looks like the mapping used was for an engine with a turbo. This might explain why the donor car's engine was running so rough. Just pausing here, as you will see a horsepower reading of 48.7 come up. We believe this value is not correct, but I will come back to this later. The horsepower reading maxed out at 72, but based on testing other known cars on the same dyno, we believe it's more likely to be around 80. Now that the car has been tuned, it's safe to drive, but there are a few issues that still need to be fixed, such as the dribbling injector, low voltage alternator, and air leaking into the exhaust. What about the data? Brace yourself, we're about to dive into the techie jungle. This dyno is still running DOS as its operating system. Getting data off it required a floppy disk, and luckily, I had a few lying around. The data is very basic, but can be read once converted to text. There is a line in the file called gear ratio. and I was hoping someone watching would be able to confirm what this is used for. The rest of the data is listed here and is comma delimited. Next, I wrote a script to import and convert the old dyno file to text, then process the information so it can be saved in an Excel format. Running the script is simple but does require the diameter of the wheel for its calculations. Enter the size of the wheel, then select the raw dyno data file. It will then process the data and present an Excel file like this. Horsepower, AFR, RPM and torque were added to the file using calculations from the wheel diameter, as they are not part of the original dataset. Now that the data is in a usable format, I wrote additional code to allow a user to easily create their own graphs. For example, for the left axis, I have chosen horsepower, on the bottom will be RPM, and on the right, AFR. The script then creates an image file of the requested data. It then uses every line of data to provide an accurate graph. As I'm sure there are others out there who also have older dynos, I have made the scripts available for download. You can find both the data converter and the graph maker code available on the club website. Not only are our membership rates great value and you're helping a charity, but we have also made car club registration even easier. You no longer need to fill in a paper form, simply fill in your application here. Then select and upload a copy of your pink slip, registration papers, and pictures of your car. Next, select a location and book your car in to be scrutineered. We generate a PostScript file using the identical Service New South Wales form, but now with your information pre-populated over the top of the form. From go-karting to day drives and weekends away, including group activities, track days, and driver training, join in the fun at the all-new Fiat Club, where fun and passion for cars come together.